and welcome to the Love MEESH Podcast. I am your host, Meesh. There are a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. And welcome to my podcast, where I'll share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, and no subject is off limits. So let the conversation begin. Mimi, go Mimi. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey, go me, go Mimi. Hey loves, and welcome to another episode of Love MEESH Podcast. Now, you know, you guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with little old me, so I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. As you guys know, I have taken the time out to dig into my chakras a little more. The last episode was the solar plexus. Now I'm wrapping up the heart chakra, getting ready to do the root chakra, so that'll be next. But I wanted to share some things that I learned while I was on my heart chakra journey. And I have a cough, so let me just say, be careful. I am a big baby for those of you that don't know. And you really can't tell unless I'm like sick or not getting my way, basically. So I really don't get sick, and when I do, like, the whole world is about to end. I feel like I'm dying. Like, I'm not myself. I'm not as goofy and chipper. My voice is different. I just freaking hate it. I had like a lot of mucus, and I was coughing for like 2 weeks, and I was just like, okay, so this is the longest cold in the world. And by the third week, it started to get red, and I was throwing up. Like, I was coughing so much, and if I would eat lunch, if I had a cough, I would basically throw up. So I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Like, let me go to the ER and make sure I'm okay. Like, it really scared me. So I went to the ER. They wanted to give me like a corona test on my nose. I'm like, no, can you do blood? I don't want anything going up my nose. Although, my mom said you can go, if you guys are in Jacksonville, Florida, you can go to the Regency area and they do free testing. I stay on the south side, so on Southside Boulevard, there's a place called Avena, I believe, and they do testing. If you have insurance, it's $15. If you're going to pay for cash, it's $125. But they were able to do blood, which is what I prefer. So at the ER, he told me they did a chest x-ray. He said, well, you sound good. When he was listening to my breathing, he was like, well, you sound good. And then the x-ray showed that everything was fine. He was like, you have walking pneumonia. Now, you guys, I've never had this in my life. Like, I'm thinking, you know, when women have a baby, they tell them, you know, be careful and stay in the house so they'll have a setback. I don't know why I was thinking, like, I'm not pregnant. What do you mean? Walking pneumonia, or like really old people. Like, I don't know. I just never thought I would get it, I guess. So they gave me some antibiotics, and it's only 6 pills, but my mom said they're really strong. And I take 2 the first day and 1 until I'm done. However, my spiritual advisor, Sharita, she brought me you know, I'm a vegan, y'all, so she brought me a tincture that's really strong. When I tell y'all that thing is strong like whiskey, you take 2 drops in the morning, 2 drops at night before you go to sleep. I'm so very grateful to all of my family and friends that really reached out to me, brought me soup, and throughout this whole process, just letting me know if I need anything. Everybody's like, hey, you need something, like ready to come over and drop things off. Shout out to Bay, definitely brought me some soup. I really appreciate that. So when you're down and out and you really see how people care and are concerned about you, and they'll drop anything on the, you know, they'll drop whatever they're doing on the drop of the hat to make sure you're okay, it really makes you feel like appreciated, because to me, love is an action verb. Like, I can say I love you all day, and love have different levels, because me being a daughter of Venus, and I just love anyway, different people, I can say I love you, but there's different levels to that love. So just hearing I love you, it's nice, but it doesn't have as much weight because I'm all love myself anyways. So, like, saying I love you and then bringing me some soup, or saying I love you and bringing me some medicine, or say I love you and putting some weight behind that, I really feel that more. So yeah, it's just a little bit about me, but I'm doing much better now. You know, Vicks rub, cough drops, all that other stuff, orange juice. I was really trying to battle it on my own, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working, or maybe I didn't have the right things, and so I just wanted to make sure I was okay and head to the ER, make sure I didn't have coronavirus and going around people and spreading it. So took a test, blood test coronavirus is negative, so that's not what it is. And I was kind of upset at the ER because he's like, you want to take a coronavirus? I said, how you going to tell me you're about to do a chest x-ray and going to hop right on coronavirus? Like, don't be fooled, y'all. They get a check for each coronavirus case. So I don't know if y'all worked in sales, but at the end of the day, you going to try to get them sales, ain't you? Okay. So the lady that was sitting across from me, he told her she had pneumonia because of corona. I'm like, now, if I would have let them give me that test, he probably would have said the same thing. And not in all honesty, because you just told me I have walker pneumonia. You didn't say it was because of corona. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's because of corona, without the test, wouldn't you say you have pneumonia because of corona right now? And the reason I said that is he said, everybody has corona. I've only saw one case of pneumonia this year, but I made case number 2. So in other words, if you don't get tested for corona, they can tell you what it really is, which is pneumonia, instead of putting corona on top. But the moment you take the corona test, they're going to say, oh, you have pneumonia because of corona. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was bullshit. I have a test that says negative. I'm pretty sure he would have said that it was positive. All because of what? They're getting a fucking check. Now, this clinic, they don't get a check if I have coronavirus. They're already collecting money because I paid for the test. The hospital is in reverse. You have to pay for the fucking test with your insurance or out of pocket, and they get a check because you had it and they diagnosed you with it. So I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. But anyways, I'm doing much better now. Have my soup and stuff. Doubled up on my orange juice, and it's my fault. I definitely was going out and about, and I was really heavy on Corona Silver when it first came out, and I couldn't tell you the last time I took colloidal silver. So just not putting on my hand sanitizer as much, and just washing my door handles down with bleach and stuff. So I kind of dropped the ball and left that window open for some cold to get in, because it is the season when people get sick. So these last couple of days as I woke up, the sun's been shining. I miss my sun. It's been getting a little warm. I'm like, yes. Like, winter is not my season. I hate winter. I don't like being cold, and I never get sick in the summer. I was telling one of my homegirls, I can't wait for hot girl summer because I never get sick. I'll probably be at the beach. You know, the beach is good for illnesses too, but it's too cold. I love the beach. I love the sun. You know, when you sweat on germs and everything else out anyways. But anyways, you know, life's supposed to have seasons, so thankfully this one is about over and done. But I'm going to share with you guys a couple of things that I've been learning about the heart chakra. Let me get some of this soup real quick. So good. All right. Oh, wait. So let me tell you how my heart was tested. I go to Publix without a mask on. This old white ass lady disrespectfully called me an idiot, and we got into this whole altercation. We had to call the managers. They had to separate us, and at the end of the day, it was like, I can't tell her that she can't use freedom of speech and all this and that and the other. And I was like, but still, I spent my money in here, and I did not deserve to be harassed or disrespected. There was other lines that she could have went into, and I just thought it was all bullshit. But let me tell you how universe check you. So I'm supposed to be working on my heart, right? Fucking failed that test. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like just because I learned something, don't test me. It's too fresh, it's too new. Don't test me right now. Because all that shit will go out the window and the old me will pop back in real quick. I just felt like she should have kept her fucking mouth closed. Because I saw her in the store. I had already seen her in the store. She could have said something to me then. Or you waited till when I was in line paying for my stuff and all of that to be disrespectful. But anyways, I told that lady I wish she died. And then I ended up getting sick, so that might have been my karma. But I felt like if somebody is doing something that you don't like, mind your business. End of story. Like, don't waste your energy, your time, or nothing on them. Like, that's what's wrong with the world. We so nosy, we cannot focus on ourselves. We are so nosy, we always gonna be in somebody else's business. That's a problem. That is a problem. Always in somebody else's business to where you can't focus. The reason your life ain't together because you're in everybody else's business instead of focusing on yours. But let's dig in. So heart chakra, it's green. I love it. I have me a green wig. I have my green nails. I just got my nails done again. They're red, and I have to go find a red wig so that I can move into root. But for the heart chakra, it says the green heart chakra is located at your heart center. and it is balanced. The reason why they say balanced is you have your crown, your third eye, and your throat at the top. Those top three are your spiritual chakras. Then you have the heart, which is, your chest, and it's in the middle. So it divides the top part, the top chakras from the bottom. And then on the bottom, you have your solar plexus. You have your sacral plexus, and then you have your root. Hey, look at me. So I just read a book. Oh, let me tell you guys the name of the book so you can dig into it too. So I read this book called, let me get you the title so you can look it up too. I have it here, but I don't have the title page. It's called Chakra Healing, A Beginner's Guide to Self-Healing Techniques That Balance the Chakras. And it is by Margarita Alcantara. And she gives you tips on food and diet for your chakras, essential oils, crystals, yoga, movements, meditation, and behavioral changes. I've learned so much from this book. It's 191 pages. I recommend it. One thing that I learned about life is you can tap into a subject, because I remember going over chakras before, and I was so lost, y'all. But the more you dab into other subjects, life is like a circle. You'll end up coming back around to that subject. And because you have more knowledge and depth and spirituality and in yourself and different things that you've gone through, when you hit that subject again, you'll be able to learn more. So had I read this book before, I would not have grasped as much out of it as I have now, because I'm doing shadow work and other stuff too, and I can connect the dots okay, so that connects to this chakra, da-da-da-da. So when you're learning about spirituality, a lot of this stuff is going to be new. It's going to be like alien, so foreign. And I just want to say, take your time. Like when you have a baby, they drink milk, and then you break up pieces of food and you feed them, and then they can feed themselves with finger food, and then you don't have to cut up their food anymore. They can take it and bite it and chew. So it's just apply that same example to learning something new. As a baby, you just might know chakra, and you just might know the colors. You might not know anything else. And then you might learn the Sanskrit word for it, and then you might learn how to meditate, and then you might learn the different crystals to use, and then you might learn the essential oil. So just take your time. Don't try to swallow everything at once, and you don't even have teeth in your mouth. Only you kind of know where you are spiritually. And basically just don't get discouraged. Just read it full out, learn it full out, take what you can take, digest what you can digest. And since life is a circle, when you come back around to it, you'll be able to grasp and understand more. So that's what they mean about heart chakra being the balance. Okay, so I think I moved the wrong part. Hold on. Oh, and I have a challenge, you guys. My challenge is to read 250 freaking books this year. And the chakra book was book number 1. Now, I am a part of several spiritual groups on Facebook, and in any of these groups, you guys, when you go to PDF, you can download files. Those files can be study notes that people have created on their own. It could be free PDF copies of real books, you guys, and just so much knowledge in there. So for years now, because I've been on this spiritual journey just about as long as I've been vegan, so about 4 years now, I've just been saving stuff and writing down new names and writing down terms. This year, I find myself circling around those same titles and digging in. So yeah, I knew chakras. Yeah, I knew, their placements and their colors and their energy. Now I'm learning about different crystals and oils and stuff. And the next thing I'm going to get into is Reiki. I'm definitely going to take a Reiki class. And you know what I realized? When I play The Sims, life is like The Sims. When you create your sim, not only are you creating, if it's a man or woman, their voice, their name, what they're going to look like, but interests. And you give them like a life purpose. And when I first used to play The Sims, I always rooted for family. And when you pick family as their, goal, of course, they're going to want to get married. They're going to have kids. They're going to want to be a grandma and have grandkids. Like, all of the points that you could get from that person's life journey will be on that path of wanting a family. And then you have different subjects like love, a relationship and career. So then I started to, have my people off of career. Like, yes, you're going to move to the top of the career. You're going to make so much money, this, that, the other. And then I started doing knowledge. Oh, you want to learn this? Oh, you want to research this? So to me, since the person that created Sims obviously mimicked that off of real life now, I just realized no matter what I do, have a family, have a husband, have kids, like my sole purpose is always going to be to learn. Like, I am the first person in my family to get my master's degree. And it's not so much because, I just wanted to keep going to school. No, I have a strong love for learning. Like, all of the case studies and the different things that I learned, it kind of helped me on my journey, because especially before I became vegan, I did a case study, and y'all can keep hearing me say this about Pepsi. Like, I cannot believe America's standards were lower than other countries that we look down on, like Africa. They shipped that shit back. It was like, no, this is not healthy for our people. And I had, as the publicist, I had to we had to come up with a way to revamp the product to make the numbers match Africa. We had to hire a company to retest the product. We had to handle social media and apologize, and because if you lose your customers, you lose your product. So I don't care who you root for. That's why they say the customers are number one, because at the end of the day, that's exactly who's paying your bills. And had I not known like different stuff like that, it all ended up like connecting. So they don't care about our health. They're definitely trying to get money. And it's crazy how a third world country can say this is unhealthy, and we putting that shit on the shelf. So as I started looking at different vegan documentaries and vegan movies, like, my mind started to open, and I started to question myself and challenge myself. So why am I eating this stuff? Why am I participating in this? And at some point, it's not just because you are taught, okay, so I'm supposed to eat a meat, a vegetable, and some rice. You have to say, is this what I want to continue to do? If I know that meat could have steroids and cancer, and it could be detrimental to my health, but also your life path, the different things that happen in your life will help you journey differently as well. Because I witnessed people die around me, and they didn't die peacefully in their sleep. They didn't die because of old age. It was things that we can control. So you mean to tell me the reason that you're not here with me today is because you didn't make healthy choices with something that you do 3 times a day, such as eating, something that you have control over? You mean to tell me if you would have exercised or switched your diet or something, you could still be here today? Like, that doesn't sit well with me. So as much as I want to look at these companies like, you guys are the bad guys, you're killing us, you guys are evil, you're all for the money, they can cross their hands and look back at me and say, did I put a gun to your head and tell you to do it? No. You can't even fight your own conscience. You can't even fight yourself. You can't even fight your own habits. And that really made me question myself and be sad. So you mean to tell me, now that I have this knowledge that this stuff is bad for me, I'm still going to eat it? I'm not going to do better for myself to have a longer life for my husband, my kids, my grandkids, my family? I'm going to be that selfish? And I just didn't want to be like that. And I know we all have choice and free will. We could definitely live our life the way that we choose. But I'm going to die for something else. It's not going to be ignorance. And that's exactly what it is. I just have to call a spade a spade. Now, if you don't know this stuff, you don't know. But God universe, whatever you want to call it, has a funny way of dropping these seeds in your lap. And you might laugh, and you might mimic, and you might brush it off. But I guarantee you, when death hits your door, whether it be your personal door, knock, knock, or someone close to you, knock, knock, or something, of course it has to hit close to home, knock, knock, you'll start to make those changes. And I just hate that it had to get that far. But, we're all built differently, and at the end of the day, what works for you. So it had to hit close to home to shake me and wake me up, because I've been hearing about vegans and all this other stuff, and I was sad for the animals. And then I'm like, how am I going to feel sorry for the animals and not care about my own self and my own body? So I just had to connect all the dots to be where I am today. But getting back to the Sims, that's kind of how life is. Like, you pick what your focus is going to be, and that's kind of what you do. So, me wanting several businesses, it's not necessarily the money, because I know, like, my family, we are some strong, powerful women. We've never had problems with money, with homes, with taking care of ourselves and our family and husbands and different things. So that's not my concern. I've been working since I was 16, and thank God. My prayer was, it's just me, Lord. I don't got no partner to break these bills down with. So help me manage these bills by myself. And I kid you not, universe has kept promise to me, and I'm so thankful for that. Because it's hard, y'all. I don't even going out sometimes. Where you at home? Enjoying this rent that I'm paying, the cable that I'm paying, not cable, the internet that I'm paying, this food that I'm, you know what I mean? Home. Enjoying my money, because this is where most of it comes. So, but not only that, like, I can curl up with a book and read. I have 250 freaking books to read this year. I love learning. When I talk, my eyes light up, my mind lights up, especially if it's a topic that I'm passionate about. And then I find myself, people might say, oh, she's quiet, she's shy, she don't talk. I don't even really look at reality TV anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's just not my season right now, and I'm so behind on a lot of shows. But I love learning. I have a book right now called Natural Cures by Dummies. And it's so funny, before I got this runny nose, guess what I was reading? Congestion. It's so funny. Like, this is what I'm into. Like, if push comes to shove, what the housewives did ain't gonna help me with my everyday life. But if it's a cure that I learned, I can cure myself, my family, my friends, you know what I mean? Or something. The books that I read usually are like nonfiction, more to life, more about spirituality and different things like that. So these are things that can actually help me. So when I say multiple streams of income, it's because I love to learn. And when you learn something, you can drop the L, and that means earn. You can start to charge. And so when people say, oh, I want money, money doesn't just come to you. To me, money is knowledge. Because of my knowledge, I was able to create something or write something or whatever, and that knowledge is what draws that money to me. So now that I know that, I'm going to make sure that I put that into all of my platforms. Like, I want to learn real estate. I want to learn travel agent. I want to learn Reiki. I want to learn sex education. It's like so much that I want to learn. Then I'll be able to turn around and write ebooks, or have clients that help them with different things like that. Help myself, number one. But yeah. So anyways, a little bit off topic, but I just kind of realized that that's what my life is about, just like learning. And I learn from people in relationships too. That's kind of a different aspect, but I handle my relationship situations different, but I'm learning. And, family and friends. And so it's not just books and college and stuff. I'm learning from everything around me, different situations that I'm in. So yeah, learning definitely is my path. But let me get back to this heart chakra. It's not much. So the heart chakra is all about being connected with yourself, as well as cultivating joy, self-love, and compassion. Let's see. So that's that. Hold on. My phone be tripping sometimes. Where is heart? Oh, was I on that part? Okay. So she gives a meditation technique for the heart chakra. She says you gently tap the center of your chest in a circle of motion with 2 fingers, and you say, wake up. You inhale and you exhale through your nose, and you imagine a green sphere of light in that area, pulsating and growing larger and larger. As you drop deeper and deeper into a calmer state, ask your heart chakra what it needs right now. Allow yourself a few more breaths to see if you receive any feedback. It can be in the form of a word, a sound, a song, image, color, feeling, or intuition. Act on the feedback and then act on the feedback that you get. And if you don't get any immediate feedback, not to worry, it will come as you continue to practice. And then she says, crystals that you can use for your heart chakra. My favorite, rose quartz, emerald, green tourmaline, jade, green salkite, green kyanite, and peridot are the crystals that resonate with the heart chakra. I have a podcast on crystals coming up soon because I love them. I have had my baby crystals for years and I love them. I have 2 in the car. I gave 2 away. And if they disappear, they say that they serve their meanings. But I'm gonna just start buying a lot because I want crystals in every room. Let's see. Essential oils for the heart are rose, geranium, neroli, palmarosa, bergamot, lavender, melissa, ylang ylang. So she said with the essential oils, you can anoint your heart chakra or activate the oils by rubbing them between your palms. And she said, take some time to create a connection with your heart by saying something along the lines of, I now intend to create a connection with my heart chakra. May I fully and completely connect with myself in a loving and compassionate way and extend that outward to those around me. I release all fear that keep me from receiving and giving love. I also ask to be supported in elevating the vibration of my heart to one of joy. May I love and accept all of myself, including my flaws, and so it is. She gives it some different yoga moves. She says the heart center and seat of the heart chakra is the heart center and seat of our soul. Using yoga to open this area of our bodies could be done with upper back bends, such as camel pose, and chest openers, such as the seated spinal twist. Eagle pose is good for the backside of the chakra. In addition, arm balances are good to help your heart, dreams, and wishes take flight. She said, some other tips are buy yourself a banquet of roses. I'll always do this. Roses resonate to the heart chakra. Make yourself rosebud tea. Take tiny rosebuds, which you can buy at a herbal shop or specialty tea shops at any health food store or Asian market. And steep a few buds in a large mug of hot water for a few moments. You can create a love ritual for yourself and ingest the love of the roses. It's funny because I'm reading a ritual book right now, and I just finished the chapter of love spells, which I don't recommend, but you can do love spells on yourself, self-love. And so it's funny that she said a love ritual. Practice forgiveness of yourself and others. Forgiveness is key to life. Like, I didn't understand forgiveness until someone close to me died, and it was just like, oh my God, like, a lot of the shit that we hold on to doesn't even fucking matter. Like, it matters until it doesn't, because it can mean the whole world to you, and then you're like, that shit didn't even matter. It's just so, it's crazy. It's like being in a swimming pool and then somebody taking you to the beach. Like, you think, that's cool, look at this. It's like, wow. So yeah, she said, practice forgiveness for yourself and others, and you can chant the mantra, yum. Be open with genuine love and affection for those you truly love. Now, y'all know I'm a Libra. We love all things love. Venus is my freaking planet. And so when you get to talk about love, I'm all ears. Like, love means the world to me. And I have a pretty hard time with life because people just don't get it. A lot of people have no idea what love is, or it's just so sad. But I had to tell myself, if my gift is love, I have to freely give it, because our mission is to give anyways. And yes, it's wonderful to receive, but because you can only control yourself, that means you can only control the giving part. You can't necessarily control the receiving part. So if my sole purpose is like to just shine my light and my love, my encouragement, my joy, no, I don't want to be in situations where I'm taken advantage of or used, but I can take the lesson for what it is and move on to it. When I move on to another situation, and that person will know a little bit more about love because of me, and that puts a smile on my face. Like, so maybe before you meet me, you have no idea what this is about, and I teach you so many things, and it may not work out for us, But the next person that you're with, you'll be able to share with them so much more thanks to me. And, that's basically how it is. Like, everybody that you're with or everybody that you meet, like, you guys might not be with each other for the end. You might part ways. So the different things that you share with each other, they may share with someone else. And again, that's basically what it's all about. So I just had to remind myself, like, okay, so if I'm an angel of love or a love fairy, you know what I mean, love goddess, I know why I'm here. I'm going to learn. I'm going to give off my love. And, I may bump into somebody that has the same, magic as me, and how amazing that would be. But if not, again, I only control me, and I'm sharing and I'm giving. So it sucks sometimes, though, because it's like, oh my God, you don't see that, you don't get that, you don't understand that. But yeah. So heart chakra. The green heart chakra is located at your heart center and its balanced, compassion center of your being. When this chakra is activated, you feel friendly, outgoing, and connected easily with yourself and others. You practice unconditional love, empathy, and nurture your relationships. Like, if any chakra was me, this is me, y'all. I am the heart chakra. It's located in the center of your chest. The color is green. The element is air. Did I tell y'all, Libra, I'm an air sign? Like, oh my God. The mantra is, it says the crystals again. We went over those already. Essential oils. The affirmation is, I love myself. I am compassionate and I am at peace. There are some affirmations that you can say. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I choose to be kind to myself and love myself unconditionally. I am aligned with the highest frequency of love. I fully love and embrace who I am, even as I continue to grow. My heart is open, loving, and pure. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I am worthy of unconditional love. I am a beacon of love and compassion. I am able to live in love. I lead with love. I love and accept myself for exactly the person that I am right now. Love and compassion are my superpowers, and they will carry me as far as I want to go. Every day I love myself a little more. I am love. Y'all, I freaking love. It's just so beautiful. Let's see. When you are balanced, you feel deeply in love, connected to everybody, open to love, and accepting of life. House of joy, peace, and happiness. When you're in balance, you isolate yourself. You're unintentionally selfish. You dismiss unconditional love. You're bruised when one suffers heartbreak, sadness, hate, or rejection. You become envious and jealous. There are some foods. Green color foods are kiwi, green apples, green spinach, kale, arugula, broccoli, sprouts, kale, green tea. They said there's a song that you can play, All You Need Is Love. Let's see. It says, it sense is touch, and that's my favorite. You can ask anybody that I have relations with. Touch. I love touch. Let's see what else it says. Affirmation. I deeply and truly love and approve of myself. I am adequate at all times to do that which is required of me. I think that about summarizes the heart chakra. So yeah, if chakras are something new to you, there's Google, there's Pinterest, there's the book that I recommended. I definitely would recommend looking into it, even if it's something that you don't truly believe or practice. Just knowing about it, you may find yourself in a situation where it can be helpful. So I hope you learned something new. The next one we're going to dig into is root chakra. I'm actually kind of getting into that now, so it'll be a while before that podcast is released. I'm probably going to go ahead and finish up the crystal podcast and drop that one. Make sure you stay up on your vitamins. Be safe out there, guys. It's not really about the mask, but just your vitamins and hand sanitizer, and just keep it up with your immune system. And I will see you guys on. I'm trying to make make sure I'm not missing anything. I will see you guys on the next episode. But I'm doing much better, so no worries for me. Thank you so very much for listening. I hope you guys learned something. I was able to take something away. Once again, I really do appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if no one has told you today, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks a billion for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/LUV.MEESH. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Muah. Bye. Go me. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey. Go me. Go me.